I think the last race was obviously weird. COVID was full on then. But I think almost that helped that campaign a bit because we were so late. Although Pip had the boat for ages, she didn't have much money to start with, and the money came quite late. Gave us some focus, I think, probably to just get it done, and that's all we could focus on really because we didn't have any other projects. So that was kind of all right. Obviously, the start was weird, not how it normally is. From our point of view this time round, I'd almost be happy for the boat to leave on the Vendée tomorrow. Bit more fuel, bit more food, and actually it'd be pretty happy for it to go off. So we're campaign wise, we're where we wanted to be. Obviously we did a big refit last winter. The aim basically between now and the Vendée is to change as little as possible. Obviously if Pip wants some small things changing, we'll do it. Other than that, it's basically about just focusing on reliability. So next time we'll sort of lift the boat and hopefully sort of change anything major is in June, July next year, when the boat will have done equivalent Vendée mileage from the last refit. So that'll give us a really good idea as to what is going to potentially cause a problem in the Vendée. But I don't, the boat's been around the world twice. Everything we've changed we're pretty happy with, so I don't see there being any big issues. Yeah, I mean the last race we didn't have anything to lose really. Pip had the slowest boat, well the oldest boat, probably not quite the slowest. And it was her first time, so it was just nothing to prove. But she didn't hold back and did the best she could. And obviously the boat let us down a little bit, but that was always going to happen with that boat. It was a very old boat. This time round, I think it's changed since we started the campaign. Even we started this straight off the back of the last one. I don't think we'd have probably predicted there being like 14, 15 new boats. Or probably the amount of money that's then been spent on boats of our generation and newer, bringing them up to speed. So the fleet is incredibly competitive next time round. The skippers, there's a lot of really talented skippers have come into the class. And there's not, there's the non-foilers, most of the foiling boats from our generation on are now phenomenally quick. And there's, many good skippers. So yeah, it will be interesting for sure.
The last Vendée Globe was totally different to what we've got now. I mean, for starters, I was kind of voluntary on the campaign. I was working in an emergency department during the global pandemic. And now we're 1 year out from the 2024 Vendée Globe. And I couldn't have even begun to dream that we'd be in the position we're in. A team, we've got a competitive boat. We have really grown in competitive stance. It's going to be a totally different race. And more than anything, we're not going to be in lockdown. Last time we were in a lockdown global pandemic, and suddenly I don't think we even really experienced what the Vendée Globe is or could be. So it's going to be a fully different experience moving forward. The next year is going to be really, really interesting because you put all of your energy into getting to the end of the 4-year cycle, and suddenly we are now 1 year out from that. It's daunting, it's exciting, and I think for me personally, ignorance was really great last time. I had no idea what to expect. I didn't have the concerns when Pip's out on the ocean. I didn't really worry about the what ifs, but now I know so much more. I know what can go wrong. I know what it could be, what may happen, and I think that's really daunting for us as a team because you watch so many other teams during the IMOCA Globe series go out looking like they're ready, and some dismast and some have sail issues, and we've had our fair share of issues as well on races. So there's an element of it that is quite daunting. But on the other hand, we're in such a great position. Pip's in a great position. We've got great sponsors on board. We've put a lot of time and energy and professionalism into making the boat performance at its peak. So there's a lot of excitement as well that we are going to be competitive, and we're going to be able to bring comms to a whole new level this time.